Barack Obama has started a war, and he's about to get this work. He came after black men in Pittsburgh when he said this.
You're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down? That's not acceptable.
But black men have fired back, and it's going viral on Twitter.
Yo, so I'm CJ Pearson, one of the young black men that President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Now, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I think that my ancestors fought far too hard for my right to vote in this country for me to support someone just because they look like me. Especially when that person who looks like me doesn't give a damn about me. Kamala Harris, for her entire political career, hasn't done a single thing for black people, black men, or anyone, actually, for that matter. She failed to secure the border. She hasn't created a single job. She is actually probably uniquely terrible at her job. Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democratic Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No, I'm going to support Donald Trump, the president who actually delivered for black people, brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history, the president who actually gave a damn about our community. That's not rocket science, Barack. It's common sense.
As you can see, this guy, during the time Barack Obama was running for president, was most likely like 7 years old. And it was a big time when I was like 27. Obama was coming in 2000, I believe 2008. And, you know, it was a yes, we can thing. I voted for Obama. And you just see that things are getting worse for black men. Even in comparisons to then, there's no value that Barack Obama feels that the Democratic Party should give to these black men besides talking to them like the little boys.
They need to appeal to the needs of the voters. And so when I was a delegate for President Obama in both of his elections in Ohio, right now the vice president is down 11 points in Ohio, even though I fully expect President Trump to take Ohio as he did twice, but to be down 11 points compared to President Biden, that is a problem. But this other issue I want to bring up is a problem too. Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women.
Whoa. There you go. Shout out to Nina Turner. Again, black men are doing everything historically that they've asked us to do. I mean, my mom made me get out there and vote for Barack Obama. And still, you just get disrespected. See, that's what people don't understand. Black men have always been swayed politically by black women to do X, Y, and Z. And we've done that, and then we've found out that we're not getting anything from it. And so when you're saying that you don't want to go that route, then you're going to hear people say that you're a misogynist, you hate women, or you don't want to support women. And that hasn't been the case because we have a track record of showing that we vote as our mothers or our teachers or however people want us to vote. We've been doing that and we have not been getting the result.
My, have the tides shifted? Are you kidding me? Barack Obama. I didn't vote for you either time. I saw right through you back then. And unfortunately, so many of my black brothers and sisters, my own family, they couldn't see through you. But now they can. You coming out trying to shame black men into voting for Kamala? Are you freaking kidding me? You sound like a slave master trying to get your slaves back on the plantation. Well, Barack Hussein Obama, you know, I always appreciated the fact that Obama, as an acronym, could also be mentioned. One big ass mistake, America. You didn't do nothing for the black community when you were in office. You pandered to the LGBTQ community, though. Oh, yeah, you pandered to them. You lit up the White House in rainbow colors and everything. What'd you do for the black community? What'd you do for America other than just inflame the race tensions in America? Yeah, that's right. You invited Black Lives Matter to the White House. You shamed Dallas police. You inflamed and stirred up racism in this country like nothing before. It wasn't Trump. It was you, Barack Obama. And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us. She's not pro-American. She's pro-illegal immigrant, period. Shame on you. I'm glad my black, brown, and white brothers and sisters are seeing right through you.
You guys can remember, in 2008, Obama was against gay marriage. He was for civil unions. By the time 2012 came, Barack Obama, who was a devout Christian, changed his views on that. By the time 2015, before he left office, gay marriage was allowed all across the United States. So Barack Obama definitely changed his positions towards the LGBTQ community, but he didn't change his position so much towards the black community. And other groups, by and large, got a lot of success and things for their community, and blacks got Obamacare, which is what everybody else got.
Can you believe the gall of Barack Obama scolding black men as though, how dare you not vote for more crime, higher inflation, and not vote for more aborting of your own children? He literally got up there and scolded us. He made it sound like black men were the problem. We're somehow stopping democracy. Well, I got news for you people. Black men, the way that we are depicted by the liberal media and who we really are worlds apart from one another. We are not hypersexual, thug, violent criminals. Okay? And if there are that amongst us, they were no doubt made by your liberal Democrat policies, contorting and distorting our communities.
Uh-oh. He's spitting facts here. He's spitting facts here. Okay? Nobody has destroyed the progress of African Americans like Democrats. I'm sorry, we're gonna be honest here. I was alive during the crack era, you know, when the community was starting to decline. You know, that first generation of people who migrated from the South and the Great Migration, and then seeing what it was, allegedly even 20 years before I was born, to what it was now, or what it was becoming at that time. By the time the 90s came, it was all over. And he's right. Most of us, my dad was on drugs. Basically, you know, struggled so much as a young man without my dad's still a Democrat, when the policies helped him destroy his life at the time. And other many black men. I mean, we're gonna talk about the situation with Bill Clinton. We were asking Bill Clinton in '92 for work programs and skill centers in the black communities. By the time 1996 came, we got more jails built.
Offering today is National Day Out Day or whatever it's called, offering us nothing more than deviance, abortion, trans surgeries. Black people aren't with all that nonsense. We want families. We want nuclear families. Black men want to be married. We want to be married and faithful and raise our children and have grandkids in a house that we can afford at a job that we can have. So you can go fly a kite, Barack Obama.
Damn.
As a matter of fact, why don't you look at your own city, Chicago, and tell me how well that's pulling along?
Whoa. Well, one thing about progressives, they don't know how to make any money, but they sure know how to beg for it and spend it, right?
Sorry, Obama, I'm a black man and I'm voting for Donald Trump for president, and there is no amount of lecturing or bullying or shaming that you can do that is going to make me change that decision. I am not afraid to vote for Kamala Harris because she is a woman. I refuse to vote for Kamala Harris because she has spent the last 4 years destroying this country.
Boom! Shout out to the brother Rob Smith. Give him a round of applause. Again, see, these are arguments, and Obama's a lawyer by trade. So instead of dealing with positions, which is what good lawyers do, He's dealing with ad hominems towards black men. Well, the real reason why you won't vote for her is because she's misogynist. When actually, if you just look at this particular graph here, it's called Bidenomics, okay? Look at how much the prices have risen under Joseph Biden's administration. So this is what guys are looking at. Most of us that come from Black America, some of us have female pastors. Some of us are, our wives are more educated than us. It's not an issue that we grow up a lot differently as black men in the Black America. So we don't have issues with that as much as you think. That's why when you look at other races of women and they want to date black men, they're like, oh, black men are so understanding of, progressive women who want to be different and things like that. Of course, because we come from that culture, right? We're not really haters of our women like that, like people want to make it out. So we would love to vote for black women as a president. It wouldn't matter for us as long as she's a sister that's doing the right thing. Because any black woman that's doing the right thing and that's holding the community down and is benefiting the brothers, black men are going to support her like crazy. Oh, she's a sister, we got to support her. I guarantee you. Black men love to see it. But when you're doing something different,
she has spent the last 4 years throwing up the borders to illegal immigrants. She has spent the last 4 years destroying this economy. We have seen over the past couple of months that she is not fit to be president. She can barely speak. She can't articulate a vision. And actually, she's pretty stupid. And if you think that I, as a black man, am going to let that waltz into the White House, that is going to get my vote because you're lecturing me and you're bullying me, and you may be the surrogate black dad for a lot of fatherless black boys that are running around this country, but I got a dad, I know who he is, and it ain't you. I'm voting for Donald Trump for president. Take it or leave it. Sorry, Obama.
brother was going in right there, wasn't he? He wasn't playing no games. And of course, this is the situation that we take as disrespectful. So as men, you have to have respect for each other. And as black men, no matter how old you are, men need respect, okay? And we know when somebody is disrespecting us as men. We need respect as men. And when you don't want to offer us the respect, but you want to basically scold us, I don't care how you're saying it, Obama, you can try to dress it up. You can dress up a turd and put sugar on it, it's still doo-doo, right? So we understand that what you're trying to say doesn't really benefit us, and it hasn't benefited us, so we're not dumb. And what a lot of black men are looking at is that you don't respect our manhood, you don't respect our struggle. So now brothers are starting to become more hostile towards you because who do you think you are to talk to us like that? In America, so many black men die every single day because of disrespecting another black man. And here you are, not understanding that black men need their respect. Why don't you understand that you need to give respect as a black man?
Wow, they must really be terrified. They didn't brought out the big guns, Obama. They're starting to realize that more and more of us have been waking up and seeing how they try to get us to vote, not for the person who's best for our communities and who has the best policies that are going to bring positive change, but they want us to vote based on skin color. We see how Kamala Harris did black men when she was the top cop in California, Jamal Truelove. We see how she locked up a single black mother because her child missed too much school, when in reality, the child had sickle cell anemia and was in the hospital. You see how she was brought in as the first black woman vice president and played a part in our cost of living going up, our groceries going up, our gas going up, our border being let open for the entire—
I just showed y'all the groceries.
Entire world to come in, and people who've come here illegally getting preferential treatment over people who've been in these communities for decades.
Yes.
Our children being put last, illegal immigrants' children being put first. We see how the media told us that Trump was going to be the one to start World War III, and how under the Biden-Harris administration, we're on the brink of it. We see how the Democrat Party has failed our community, how they've hidden their history of trying to continue slavery, trying to keep blacks from voting, trying to keep Jim Crow going, being the party of the Klan, how they would take us out. And I ain't talking about to eat when we chose to vote Republican. We see how they have Planned Parenthood buses outside of their conventions and target our community. How insulting is it that this man gets up there and tells us that we should vote for Kamala because we're black? Sorry, Obama, the gig is up. It's over.
Shout out to the brother Corey Yeshua. Check him out on TikTok. And see, the thing is, Obama is a very educated man. I believe he went to Harvard Law School, Occidental College undergrad. He taught at University of Chicago Law. And I'm pretty sure as a lawyer, as a trained lawyer, he teaches people how to debate and debate on facts. How is it that these black men who are responding to him with their issues and facts that Obama can't even reply to? And you could even tell when he was there in Pittsburgh, he was stumbling, he was stuttering, fumbling over his words because he doesn't really have an argument that he can really position to black men. And this viral clip has actually hurt him in so many different ways than it was to help him. And this was the same thing that Obama did during the Hillary Clinton campaign. He went after, the black community for not voting for Hillary Clinton as if he's just somebody's big daddy and everything like that. But again, the needs and the desires of black men are not being met. They have never been addressed. You don't want to address them. You don't care to address them. So the consequence that you're going to pay is that black men are going to go and vote someplace else. Only thing that you can deliver is a shaming tactic, which means that you're not willing to offer anything else. Imagine this. You stop going to a restaurant that you pay good money to. The food becomes terrible. The service is terrible. You decide you want to go to another restaurant and you see that particular restaurant manager out one day. The restaurant manager doesn't ask you why you stopped coming. The first thing he says is, well, you don't go there anymore. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Why don't you come and eat back where we're at? Don't you know, we've been serving you for a long time. What's wrong with you to go someplace else? That restaurant doesn't really like you. How would you feel as a customer? You would be like, but you didn't even ask me why I left in the first place. Have you? You'd feel disgusted. You might even want to fight the individual. That's the same thing that Obama is doing to these black men. And he needs to apologize for it, although he won't. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, D. Jackson, back at it again with another episode here. I'm out.